Hey guys, we're back. We just showed you a little bit about the thorough wheel detailing that I do on the GT350. Hope you guys picked up some tips and tricks to get that done. Like I said, if you keep the car washed regularly, like I do, 3 times a week, and you do it properly, it's going to make your life a lot easier when you go and do any of this stuff. A video that I really wanted to put together, I've been wanting to do this for years because a lot of car manufacturers are starting to use a anodized finish on the brake calipers. No idea why they're choosing to use that, but there are 2 different types of anodized finishes. I mean, there's actually multiple different types of anodized finishes, and if you guys don't know what that is, when the raw aluminum is cast or machined, the anodized process etches into the aluminum to give it protection from any kind of corrosive environment. The only problem is a lot of guys are using the wrong wheel cleaners. And like I said, if you use anything from the auto parts store, from Eagle One, from Mother's, from McGuire's, any of that crap that says spray it on, hose it off, get rid of it. Don't ever put that stuff on your wheels. It's going to damage the aluminum hat. It's going to damage the brake calipers. Any of the aerosol tire foams as well. If you get any of that on your caliper, you're going to have white spots all over it. You're not going to be able to get it out. So there's a couple of tips that I know from working with the anodized finishes from one of my other companies, and we used to manufacture product, I mean thousands of product, and we're very familiar with this finish and how to upkeep it, but there's nobody out there talking about it. You know, all I hear you know, on the internet and on forums is everybody, hey, they ruined my calipers at the car wash, or I bought the wheel cleaner and it ruined my calipers. And the dealer's not going to take care of that for you. That's just, you know, they should actually make a mandatory precaution against that. But like I said, I don't know why the manufacturers are doing this. Everybody rather have, you know, red painted calipers or silver painted calipers or yellow. It's a little bit annoying because this is a lot harder to upkeep than a painted finish. A painted finish is very simple. You treat it like your wheels or your exterior of the car. But the anodize is very, very particular. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I use, and I hope you guys pick up on it. If your car already has bad staining, you can try this technique, but I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to get the staining out because the finish is very porous, and like I said, there's not much you can do sometimes. So once you reach that threshold of damage, you really can't come back from that. So stay tuned. I'm just going to get some stuff set up, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what I'm going to do. Alright guys, so this is the product that we're going to be using right now to do the brake calipers. I use a Chemical Guys sticky citrus wheel cleaner gel. This stuff is not that great to actually clean the wheels. It's not like a Sonax, it's not like the Adams, it's not like you spray it on and get it off. But being that it is a citrus cleaner, the citrus works really, really well with anodized. Just want to let you guys know. We have a, I use these to mix auto body paint. These are just gallon buckets, and I have it filled up about 30% with water. I have a brush here, just like a detail brush you could use for wheels or whatever. Spoon, and I have some Arm & Hammer baking soda. Now, you got to be extremely careful with Arm & Hammer baking soda on anodized. You cannot use too much of it. You cannot leave it on the finish too long. You actually have to dilute it and make this solution into a slurry, like a paste. But you have to do it, you know, by eye. You can't make it too thick. You can't make it too watery. It's got to be in the middle. So what you're going to do is we're going to spray the calipers down. We're going to go over it with the brush, with the slurry, and then we're going to agitate all the areas, and then we're going to quickly hose it off. And that is the way you're going to clean the calipers. That's going to get all of the brake dust off, out by the bleeder screws, by the brake pad pins, all in and out the areas that you can't normally clean during a regular detail wash or a foam wash. So I'm going to set the camera up back in the tripod. I'm going to show you step by step how this gets done, and you're going to see the results. Alright, so I usually put about 2 or 3 capfuls of the sticky citrus cleaner in this much water. You guys probably can't see this. I'm doing it on the side of the camera and it's not in the field of view. And you just want to get a little in there. You don't want to get too much. And then we're going to take, here, I'll move it into the field of view. We're going to take the baking soda. There's going to be guys out there saying, oh, you can't do this. Yeah, try me. I first started doing this on the anodized calipers when I had my 5th Gen Camaro. Guys, it was 8 years ago. So you want to put just like a spoon of this stuff. You don't want to use a lot. Hope you guys can see this. Look. That's it. 1 spoon. Mix it all up. Alright, let's some more of the sticky citrus orange right here. Okay. going to agitate this. And it might be tough for you guys to see the color, you know, of what we're looking for here. I mean, you don't want it too strong. You want to keep it pretty bare. And then we're going to just mist the caliper down. Just a spray bottle of water. It's always good to have these laying around. You know, spray it down good. And then in the smaller cup, you're going to want to put some of the sticky citrus cleaner straight. No dilution. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do this now. Okay. See what we got there? Okay. So, you're going to take your brush, dip it in here, and you're just going to go over the whole caliper. You know, make sure you get everywhere. You want to get it, you know, by the bleeder screws. You know, there's a lot of accumulation up there. You know, in between there's vent pockets over here in the caliper. That was actually done to make these calipers lighter. You could see some of the debris that's coming off, and this is stuff that's not going to come off during a normal wash. And this is why I wanted to show you guys how to do this. And the baking soda is a corrosive agent, but when you dilute it with the citrus cleaner and a lot of water, it actually is safe to do. But you just have to take your time and do each caliper one at a time, and that's that. All right. Now we're going to go into the bigger bucket. This one has the baking soda in it, and then we're just going to go over it. And like I said, guys, I've been doing this for 8 years now on cars that have these anodized calipers, and there's a lot of manufacturers from Maserati, you know, Chrysler, Dodge, you know, GM, Ford, and of course we all want patent calipers, but sometimes this is what we're getting. All right, so we're good. Like I said, you want to go quick, and then we're going to stream it off with water right now. I mean, the calipers look like they came out of the box right now, if you can see this on camera. I hope you guys can see the level of detail if this camera can pick this up. And like I said, you want to go light. You don't have to use a power washer. Then we can grab the blower. And then usually when I'm done, I'll just hit it with a little of VO7 from Chemical Guys, you know, just to give it a little bit of a quick touch up. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys learned something today. Like I said, try it on your car. Make sure you dilute everything, you know, as weak as possible. You don't want to cause any damage. You don't want to cause any issues, because these calipers will get trashed in an instant with the wrong chemical and process on here. So, they look great. They have the dull matte finish throughout. There's no staining. And let me see, I'll move the camera around and I'll show you. So you be the judge of that. This car has several thousands of miles on it, driving through New York construction zones and everything else. And if you take care of your car, everything's going to just look a lot better when you go to detail it. So any questions or comments, post it below in the video. And like I said, be careful when you do this. Don't overdo it. Don't leave the baking soda solution on the caliper. You have to go quick. We're talking seconds. Get it on there, agitate it with the brush, immediately stream it off with water. And